So this is session 5 content. Hi students, in previous session we discussed preparation of alkyl halides from alkenes, along with that preparation of dihalloderivatives and also allyl halides. Now we are going to discuss preparation of alkyl halides in other methods. In that Borodin-Hansdecker reaction, silver salt of carboxylic acid RCOOAZ, silver salt of carboxylic acid, upon reaction with halogen like bromine in presence of carbon tetrachloride solvent, upon reflex, we are getting alkyl halide, alkyl bromide and AzBr plus CO2. So, if you observe this reaction, silver salt of carboxylic acid, along with this alkyl group, one carbon was there, and in the product only alkyl group is there. That means in the formed product, one carbon atom less than carboxylic acid. We are getting alkyl halide, one carbon atom less than number of carbon atoms in silver salt of carboxylic acid. Now, how this reaction proceeds? Whether it is ionic mechanism, it follows ionic mechanism or free radical mechanism. Which mechanism it follows? Actually, this one follows both mechanisms. Let us see. Silver salt of carboxylic acid RC=OAZ. Here, being silver is metal, it bears positive charge, and oxygen bears negative charge, being more electronegative. This one upon reaction with bromine molecule. Now, this O- attacks upon one of the bromine, resultant this Br sigma bond electrons are shifted towards next bromine, and then what we are getting here? RC=O OBr plus AzBr. So far the mechanism, what we notice here? This one proceeds ionic mechanism. Ionic mechanism. After formation of RC=O OBr, this one undergoes free radical homolytic fission, then generates free radicals RCO O radical and Br radical. So from neutral molecule we are getting two free radicals. This is what we called initiation. So first step, previous step is ionic mechanism, it follows, and second step onwards it follows free radical mechanism. During homolysis, OBr being both are non-metals, then free radical mechanism proceeds here, O radical and Br radical generated. Later RC=O radical, further homolysis, we are getting R radical and CO2. Now the formed R radical again combined with RC=O OBr, then we are getting RBr plus RC=O radical. Overall mechanism, first step is ionic mechanism and remaining three steps are free radical mechanism. Of the three steps, again this step is initiation, and next step is propagation, generation of one more radical, and that radical again combined with neutral molecule gives one more radical and neutral molecule. These two steps we can say propagation steps. From this mechanism it is very clear. Alkyl radical is intermediate. Along with that, this acyl radical also, RC=O radical also intermediate. There are two intermediates. Now, which alkyl halide we can prepare with good yield? Which alkyl halide? What I mean to say here, R may be primary or secondary or tertiary. If alkyl group is primary, are you getting good yield, or tertiary? Generally we are getting good yield. In general, what we think? Tertiary radical is more stable because of 3 electron releasing groups compared to secondary and compared to primary. But if alkyl group is tertiary, it preferably leads elimination. Let us see, if I am going to consider tertiary butyl group CH3, CH3, C double bond O, Az. Upon reaction with bromine, we are getting CH3, 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 C double bond O, OBr plus AzBr. Now formed one product further undergoes homolysis. CH3 taken thrice C double bond O, Br undergoes homolysis. We are getting CH3 taken thrice C double bond O radical and Br radical. Initiation step, CH3 taken thrice C double bond O radical, which undergoes further homolysis. Resultant, we are getting CH3 taken thrice C radical and CO2. So far what we are expecting, tertiary butyl radical, it is more stable. But after formation of this tertiary butyl radical, what happened, you know? Like this, CH3. This one undergoes elimination, preferably leads elimination, CH double bond C, CH3, CH3. So you are not getting any alkyl halide. Instead of that alkyl halide, we are getting alkene as a major product. Alkene as a major product. Isobutene as a major product. So if you want to prepare alkyl halide, order of reactivity of alkyl groups. Order of reactivity of alkyl groups. Primary greater than, secondary greater than, tertiary. Here we are not supposed to consider which one is more stable, which one is less stable. Instead of that, which one gives substitution rather than elimination. So this we have to consider. Hunsdecker-Borodin reaction. In this, only we can prepare alkyl chlorides, bromides, but not fluorides. We cannot prepare alkyl fluorides in this method. And for alkyl iodides also, we need to modify this method. This method is not suitable. So Hunsdecker method, we cannot prepare alkyl iodides. If you want to prepare alkyl iodides, as we discussed, we need to use modified method. So in the same method, if you want to prepare alkyl iodide, then that reaction is Birnbaum-Simonini reaction. Birnbaum-Simonini reaction is silver salt of carboxylic acid upon reaction with iodine. We are getting carboxylic esters and CO2 and AgI. That means if we try to prepare alkyl iodides in this method, in Hunsdecker method, instead of alkyl iodides, we are getting carboxylic esters. So this carboxylic esters are product instead of alkyl iodides. Same mechanism proceeds in the same manner like RC double bond O radical we are getting. One of the intermediate. This one undergoes R radical and CO2. And this R radical prefer to combine with one more radical like this. And chain termination step is combining of these two free radicals. We are getting ester as a major product. So in this method, we cannot prepare any alkyl iodides. We can prepare only alkyl chlorides and alkyl bromides. Whereas alkyl fluorides we cannot prepare, and alkyl iodides also we cannot prepare. If we try to prepare alkyl iodides, we are getting final product as carboxylic ester instead of alkyl iodides. So we need to use modified method. What is that modified method? So in modified method, carboxylic acids upon reaction with halogen in presence of mercuric oxide HgO or lead tetraacetate. Any of these two we can use. In such a case, we are getting alkyl chloride, alkyl bromide, alkyl iodide. Any one we can prepare in this method. So either alkyl chloride, alkyl bromide, alkyl iodide, all alkyl halides except again alkyl fluoride. All alkyl halides we can prepare in this method by using mercuric oxide or lead tetraacetate. So in this case, Hg plus 2, here also Hg plus 2, there is no change in oxidation state of these reagents. They remains as such. But we can prepare alkyl iodides successfully. Next method is Finkelstein reaction. In this method also we can prepare alkyl halides except alkyl fluorides. We cannot prepare alkyl fluoride, and this reaction also called halogen exchange method. So Finkelstein reaction, halogen exchange method, we can prepare alkyl halides, say RCl upon reaction with NaI in presence of acetone and heat. We are getting alkyl iodides and NaCl. So if you observe clearly this reaction, Cl displaced by I means Cl comes out. In alkyl halide, halogen is more electronegative, so it generally acts as a nucleophile. In NaI also, I minus, it also acts as a nucleophile. So one nucleophile displaces another nucleophile. One nucleophile displaces another nucleophile. Now question is, which nucleophile displaces which one? I minus displaces Cl minus. So when I minus can displace Cl minus, here if you observe the products here, alkyl iodides, here also this one I minus, here Cl minus. Sir, can't we say Cl minus again displaces I minus like that? Cl minus, is it not possible to displace I minus? Means can't we expect any reverse reaction? So can we say this method is good method? Yes, obviously this method is somewhat better method for preparation of alkyl iodides from alkyl chlorides. Like here if you observe CH3, CH2, Cl, I am going to consider ethyl chloride. Ethyl chloride is a non-polar, and NaI, here in NaI, I minus large size, in NaCl, Cl minus small size. That means if you compare ionic nature of NaCl and NaI, NaCl is more ionic, NaI less ionic. Less ionic means what? More covalent. Less ionic means more covalent. So here more ionic one, less ionic one. Why we need to consider ionic nature here? Yes, based upon that only this halogen exchange reaction takes place and reverse reaction is not possible. Like that we can explain. Let us see here. Being less ionic, here I am going to use acetone as a solvent. So acetone is a non-polar solvent. As we know that acetone CH3, C double bond O, CH3, 2 propanone or acetone, which is organic compound, non-polar or non-polar solvent, in which alkyl halide basically it is non-polar compound. Yes, this can dissolve in acetone. NaI, which is less ionic, so both the reactants means alkyl halide and sodium iodide, both the reactants are going to dissolve in acetone solvent. So both are soluble, we can say both are soluble in acetone solvent. Next, upon heating, what happened? This I minus displaces Cl minus. We are getting product CH3, CH2I plus NaCl. Again, CH3, CH2I, which is a non-polar. This one also soluble in acetone. But what about this compound sodium chloride? Sodium chloride is more ionic compound. This one is insoluble in acetone. If sodium chloride also dissolves in acetone, then you can expect, is there any provision or is there any possibility to get back the reaction? But whenever NaCl comes out from the solvent, means it is not going to participate in the medium. Here all the reactants must and should dissolve in the given solvent medium. Whenever one of the reactant or product is not going to dissolve, it means that this one is not going to participate in the reaction. So when NaCl is insoluble in acetone, it is not going to take part in the reaction. That's why there is no possibility of Cl minus to again to participate in the reaction, and resultant it turns the back direction reaction. We cannot say like that. So only one way is possible, that is I minus, Cl minus will be displaced by I minus. This reaction what we call Finkelstein reaction. So Finkelstein reaction, simple and a single step. This one is simple and a single step mechanism. There is no more two or more than two steps are involved here. Only single step, only one step, and the resultant I minus approaches from rear side direction. That means I am going to consider that halogen or Cl containing carbon as chiral carbon. Say one is hydrogen, another one is methyl group, another one is deuterium. Now this carbon attached to four different groups. So in this case, when I am going to use NaI, this I minus approaches from rear side, because this leaving group is Cl here, it's going to depart, and the Cl comes out as Cl minus. So this one is negatively charged one, and attacking nucleophile also negatively charged one. Since both are having negative charge, these two are repels each other maximum. That's why these two are going to maintain maximum distance. That's why I minus approaches exactly rear side with respect to Cl minus. That means we are getting here carbon D, CH3, H like this, and attacking one is I minus and departing one is Cl minus. This is what we call the transition state. And later the Cl comes out as Cl minus. Now we are getting I, here H, say CH3 and deuterium like this. Now if initial one is D, because of attacking nucleophile approaches from rear side with respect to leaving group Cl minus, we are getting product is L. That means inversion of product we are going to get. Inversion of product. This mechanism generally what we called SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism. So here rate of reaction is both substrate and nucleophile. Rate of reaction depends upon both substrate and nucleophile. So it is second order reaction. Once again, attacking of nucleophile only, that only slow step or rate determining step, only one step involved. Approaching a nucleophile approaches from rear side with respect to leaving group. Here leaving group is Cl minus, attacking group is I minus. This I minus approaches exactly opposite with respect to Cl minus. Why it is maintaining like that? In order to minimize the repulsion, they are maintaining maximum distance. So like this they are getting this. Here it is a pentavalent carbon. If you observe that there are 5 valencies here, 3 plus 2, 5 valencies. Of course it is a transition state. This transition state has a maximum energy point transition state, and later Cl minus completely departed and I minus completely attacked. Resultant you are getting inversion of configuration. Inversion of product we are getting. So if initial one is D and the product what we are getting is L. This is a Fenkelstein reaction halogen exchange method to prepare alkyl iodides from alkyl chlorides. So one more method of preparation of alkyl iodides from Grignard reagent. As we know that Grignard reagent are MgX, alkyl magnesium halides. Upon reaction with I2, we are getting alkyl iodide and Mg, I and X. This is the reaction. So how it is possible, sir? Grignard reagent. The specialty of Grignard reagent here is in alkyl group. Here alkyl group is attached to metal, magnesium metal. Basically, magnesium metal is electropositive. Being electropositive, it has tendency to donate electrons, and moreover, compared to magnesium, here alkyl group carbon is more electronegative. That's why this sigma bond electron pair will be shifted towards alkyl group. That means this alkyl group acquires partial negative charge and this magnesium metal bears positive charge. That means this alkyl group has carbanion character. The difference from regular alkyl halides, here in case of alkyl halides Rx, if you observe, X is more electronegative. Where X is fluorine, chlorine or bromine. Of course, compared to iodine, carbon and iodine both are same electronegative except iodine. Remaining halogens if you consider like fluorine, chlorine and bromine, these are more electronegative than carbon. In such a case, these halogen atoms are going to pull that sigma bond electrons towards themselves. Resultant, this halogen acquires partial negative charge and carbon acquires partial positive charge. So in such a case, this carbon has a nucleophilic character. Which character it has? Nucleophilic character means electrophilic character which likes electrons because it bears positive charge. Being it is positive charge, it likes more negative charge. That's why what we call the electrophilic character. And in case of Grignard reagent, this alkyl group acquires partial negative charge. So now it is negatively charged one, it likes a positive charge, so it has a nucleophilic character. Hope you understand the difference between normal alkyl halide and Grignard reagent. In alkyl halides, RX here alkyl carbon bears a positive charge, so which has electrophilic character. In case of Grignard reagent, alkyl group bears a partial negative charge. Why like that? Here alkyl group attached to more electronegative halogen. Here alkyl group attached to less electronegative or more electropositive magnesium metal. Hence, this one bears negative charge. Being a negatively charged, which likes more positive charge, that's why nucleophilic character. Okay, fine. In Grignard reagent, alkyl group acquires a partial negative charge or carbanion character or nucleophilic character. That's fine. Now, RMgX, here I mentioned that this one is negatively charged one and magnesium metal bears positive charge. But when we are using iodine, so since it has a large size, iodine atom has a large size, I2 molecule can dissociate as I plus and I minus. Now this R minus attacks upon this positively charged I, or this R minus when approaches these electrons goes like this. Resultant, this iodine acquires negative charge and this iodine acquires positive charge. Now what product we are getting? R minus combined with I plus and we are getting Ri, and magnesium Mg, one is X, another one is I. C2H5 Mg Br. Ethyl magnesium bromide, in which magnesium bears positive charge, ethyl group bears negative charge, and upon treatment with iodine, the C2H5 minus attacks upon this iodine and this II single bond electrons are shifted towards next iodine. Resultant, we can prepare C2H5I and MgBrI. Okay, fine. Now we are getting one doubt. Why we need to prepare only alkyl iodides? Why we cannot prepare alkyl chlorides and bromides? Let us suppose the same method we are going to impose for preparing of alkyl chlorides and bromides. That's what I am saying here, that is not possible. Why not possible? Let us take the same ethyl magnesium bromide or ethyl magnesium chloride, whatever it may be. Here this carbon or alkyl group carbon consists negative charge and magnesium bears positive charge. This negatively charged carbon, if you are expecting that preparation of ethyl chloride, this one cannot approach here, and these two Cl, because of small size, they do not have any tendency to split as a plus and a minus. So this one is not possible. So until unless plus and minus charges are not arranged upon these halogen atoms, this C2H5 minus cannot attack upon this chlorine. Hope you got the point. Simply we can say, because of large size of iodine, I2 molecule can exist as I plus and I minus, and can dissociate like I plus and I minus. The same scenario we cannot expect in case of chlorine and bromine, because they are having less tendency to dissociate into ions and they prefer to undergo homolytic fission rather than heterolytic fission. Only iodine molecule can undergo like this heterolytic fission, whereas chlorine and bromine molecules undergoes only homolytic fission. Ultimately, they produces free radicals. Of course, for that also, already in previous class we discussed, we need to provide much more high energy like 400 degrees Celsius or 500 degrees Celsius, like that we need to provide, or in terms of sunlight only that happens, otherwise this dissociation do not takes place. Whereas in case of iodine, such dissociation is very easy, and moreover when this alkyl carbanion approaches that iodine, and that bond pair of electrons can easily shift it towards the second iodine, resultant it acquires positive charge. So only we can prepare alkyl iodides but cannot prepare alkyl chloride and alkyl bromide in this method. Sir, session 5 close.